All right, hi everybody. So we're going to do another example of some common factoring here. This one's looking a little bit more complicated than some of the other questions that we've done here, but what I want you to notice is that I've got this 3 minus 4x term here, I've got this 3 minus 4x here, and then 3 minus 4x in the denominator. So one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute that 3 minus 4x in the denominator to those two terms in the numerator. So I'm going to get 5 multiplied by 3 minus 4x. Now, that is to the 1 half divided by 3 minus 4x to the 1. So I'm going to subtract exponents. And 1 half minus 1 is going to be negative 1 half. Plus 2, 5x plus 1. And then 3 minus 4x. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm distributing that 3 minus 4x, that the division by 3 minus 4x, to both of the terms in the numerator. So I got to divide it by both. In fact, that's kind of how I have to do that if I'm going to do this kind of division here. So I've got 3 minus 4x to the negative 1 half. I'm going to divide by 3 minus 4x to the 1. So I'm going to go negative 1 half minus 1. It'll be negative 3 halves. Okay? Now what we're going to do here is we're going to take out what's common. In this case, it's going to be 3 minus 4x. And I'm going to take it out to the smallest exponent, which will be negative 3 halves. That is going to leave me with 5 multiplied by 3 minus 4x. And if I take negative 1 half and I subtract negative 3 halves, okay, because I'm dividing out that term, so well, here, I'll just throw it over here. So it'll be 3 minus 4x to the negative 1 half. I'm going to divide by 3 minus 4x to the negative 3 halves. So just to be clear, that's going to be 3 minus 4x. It'll be negative 1 half minus negative 3 halves. It's this minus negative that tends to throw a lot of people off here. And that's going to end up being 1. Okay, so to the 1 plus 2 multiplied by 5x plus 1. Okay, and so now we've got this 3 minus 4x to the negative 3 halves. I'm just going to expand out what I've got inside here. And I'm going to get, what is that going to be? That's going to be 15 minus 20x plus 10x plus 2. So 3 minus 4x to the negative 3 halves. What have I got here? It's going to be negative 10x plus 17. Okay, that's looking good here. Now, at this point right here, what I might do is take that negative out of here, this negative 10x plus 17, just because it looks a little bit better if we clean that up. So I'll take a negative, put it out front here. I would love to take the negative out of that 3 minus 4x, but because of the square root there, I really can't. Okay, so in fact, the best I could do, and you're going to have to kind of figure out what your teacher wants with respect to this. Sometimes there is an insistence that you write things in terms of positive exponents. So you might be expected to take that 3 minus 4x to the negative 3 halves down into the denominator so that it has a positive exponent.